An emergency alert urged drivers to stay off highways in southern Manitoba Friday, as a fierce winter storm reduced visibility to near zero in many areas, and hospitals were warned to prepare for a possible influx of patients. At least 30 collisions were reported on southern Manitoba highways, according to RCMP, and dozens of highways were closed as of noon, including the Trans-Canada from Winnipeg to Brandon. The Southern Health Regional Health Authority declared a code orange at Bethesda Regional Health Center in Steinbach and St. Anne Hospital after a multi-vehicle crash near St. Anne, about 45 kilometers southeast of Winnipeg, a shared health spokesperson said. A code orange is called when a hospital needs to prepare for a potential sudden influx of patients. Health Sciences Center in Winnipeg also issued a code orange alert, warning that a code orange may be called shortly before 11 a.m. in response to several multi-vehicle collisions outside the city, the spokesperson said. The province of Manitoba issued a news release and also sent an alert via phones shortly after noon, advising drivers to avoid travel on any southern Manitoba roadways amid worsening conditions. Priority on the roadways needs to be given to emergency vehicles, the province said in its news release, also warning that it is illegal to travel on closed roads. The highways are treacherous, there's no other word to describe it, RCMP Sergeant Paul Meneger said. I don't think there's probably an officer in southern Manitoba that isn't dealing with a crash right now, or writing it up. It's crazy. It seemed most crashes hadn't resulted in injuries, but police will have more information on the severity of the collisions later in the day, he said. Clearly a day to stay home and just wait it out. The highway closures, which stretched throughout southern Manitoba, included the entire perimeter highway in Winnipeg, which was shut down by 10:30 a.m. Winnipeg police said dozens of vehicles were involved in collisions, including a serious pileup on the perimeter.
Oh my gosh.
Firefighters from Roland responded to another pileup crash involving 6 vehicles near highways 23 and 3, about 80 kilometers southwest of Winnipeg. A cold front is bringing strong northerly winds throughout the southern half of the province, where Environment Canada has issued blizzard warnings that include Winnipeg, the Red River Valley, and the Inner Lake. Winds could gust as high as 90 kilometers per hour through the valley, leading to extremely low visibility in the open countryside. The worst of the conditions should taper off later Friday afternoon or early evening, Environment Canada says. Conditions will improve in western Manitoba by Friday afternoon and in eastern Manitoba in the evening, Environment Canada said. Meanwhile, Manitoba's far north is under an extreme cold warning, with bitterly cold air flooding in from the Arctic. A prolonged period with wind chill values falling close to -50 is expected to start late Friday afternoon and continue through the weekend. The blizzard has also caused an unusual situation for one school division. The Seine River School Division, which covers a large swath south and southeast of Winnipeg, decided just after 8 a.m. to close its schools for the day, but some students had already been picked up by buses. The division posted an alert on its website, saying students would be dropped off at the closest school, not necessarily their own, for pickup by parents. The alert said parents would be contacted to let them know where their kids are and how to get them. No one from the division could immediately comment on the situation. Several English and French school divisions canceled classes on Friday, while others stayed open for the day, but suspended bus service. The Winnipeg Regional Health Authority says community health services, home care services in particular, may be affected by the weather. Every effort will be made to maintain existing schedules. However, some weather-related delays or cancellations may be inevitable, the authority said in a news release. Clients whose visits will be postponed or canceled can expect to be contacted by phone and notified of the change. Depending on the nature of the service, some visits could be delayed, rescheduled, or canceled. Anyone wishing to cancel or postpone their own visits can contact their case coordinator or nurse. Along with the snow, temperatures across the south are expected to fall throughout the day on Friday. In Winnipeg, an early morning temperature of 2 Celsius was forecast to drop to -13 Celsius by the afternoon, with a wind chill value around -30 Celsius. The daytime highs through the weekend and into early next week are forecast to be between -21 Celsius and -26 Celsius, with overnight lows between -24 Celsius and -30 Celsius. Meanwhile, Manitoba Hydro posted on X that crews were responding to several weather-related outages, but road conditions were creating delays in restoring power. ECCC forecasts the blizzard will exit southern Manitoba later Friday afternoon or early evening. Travel is expected to remain hazardous for much of the day. Motorists are being asked to keep off the roads in southern Manitoba as conditions on provincial highways and roadways continue to worsen. On Friday afternoon, an official emergency alert was issued pleading with motorists to stay home as visibility has been reduced to zero in parts of the province. Due to the fact there have been numerous accidents on roads and highways, the government is asking motorists to give priority to emergency vehicles who are responding to numerous collisions. A shared health spokesperson confirmed a code orange was called in the Southern Health Santé Sud at the St. Anne Hospital and Bethesda Regional Health Center, as both sites received patients from a multi-vehicle collision near St. Anne. A collision just outside the city also triggered preparative steps at Winnipeg's Health Sciences Center, where a code orange alert, not a code orange, was declared. A code orange within shared health is used when preparing hospital staff for a large influx of casualties. The alert essentially informs staff of the possibility of a code orange, with shared health emergency response services responding to numerous weather-related motor vehicle incidents across the southern portion of the province. The number of injured and the severity of their injuries is still being determined, said the shared health spokesperson in a statement. However, we can confirm that a number of patients have been or are in the process of being transported to various hospitals and health centers across the province. The emergency alert sent out on January 17, 2025, due to blizzard-like conditions in southern Manitoba. Manitoba Transportation and Infrastructure stressed that conditions are getting worse and the roads must be clear to ensure emergency responders can do their work, as they too have been challenged by the conditions. According to information from the province, Highway 1 from Winnipeg to Hadashville, alongside Carberry to Headingley and Brandon, are all closed, as wind gusts are expected to reach 90 kilometers per hour while gusting. Winnipeg police say they are helping RCMP deal with traffic closures at the south perimeter eastbound from Fermor to Plessis at Lagimodiere, as dozens of vehicles are involved in collisions and a serious pileup. Environment and Climate Change Canada indicated while visibility inside of Winnipeg is not too bad, open areas and communities around the city are taking the brunt of the weather system caused by an Alberta clipper. Prepare for quickly changing and deteriorating travel conditions, explained the blizzard warning from the national forecaster. Protect yourself from wind, cold, and disorientation by staying sheltered, indoors, or with your vehicle. If you become stranded in a vehicle, do not leave. The vehicle offers a form of protection from the cold. A single person walking through the snow is harder to find than a stranded car or truck. The Manitoba RCMP also advised residents to stay off of provincial highways due to what it called extremely hazardous, advising them to avoid all possible travel. WPS add that north and south perimeter are closed and to avoid them at all costs.